Okay, quick, name 8 awesome D-Town fan favorites. Rachel West here. A little while ago, we ran a fan favorites poll on Facebook. Well, we got votes for way more places than we have time to show, but we'll take a look at the top 8. Now, one of your favorites was from one of our early shows. It was Hammond's Candies. One of my favorites, too. All right, I'm all suited up in my very stylish hairnet and my Hammond's t-shirt. Candy makers only? That's okay, I got us a behind-the-scenes tour. Let's go. The amazing Cammie gave us the inside scoop on making candy canes.
Exactly. This is our peppermint candy cane. If you look, there's a bunch of different colors on the table and blobs. This is what we call the jacket. There's 2 pieces here. There's a red, and then it looks like an amber color. That's gonna eventually turn into a white. And you're not gonna believe me until you see it, but that piece of candy is gonna turn white when we get it on the puller.
Wow.
Yep, I know. This whole batch right now, he's got what we call some rework is in here. So this batch, by the time he's done, we're gonna get about 550 candy canes out of this one batch. It's pretty amazing.
This is incredible.
So this is what we call our centerpiece, and this is our jacket. These 2 pieces are gonna combine, and they're gonna wrap around that centerpiece. So he's putting it on the puller. What's gonna happen is the air is gonna be incorporated into that and turn that white I was talking about.
Really? So that's where you said that's going to turn white.
Exactly.
It's turning white. It is. Wow.
You can see it's not completely smooth right now, so what he's doing is just kneading it to get it a little bit smoother, so when he builds the jacket, it's going to look even without any streaking.
Wow.
So what he's doing, this is called blocking. We're basically taking the different sizes of candy and we're kind of making them into rectangles. We're going to flatten out some of the pieces and we're going to block them together, and he's going to end up cutting them. By the time he's done, he's going to have a flat jacket to wrap that centerpiece around. So as you can see, he's made the jacket perfectly to fit around that piece of candy.
It's one big candy baby you've brought into the world there. Yeah.
You can do it.
I can do it.
Or you can pull it.
I can pull the candy cane. I've never seen candy canes being made before. This is incredible. Let's do it. This is a workout. Jeez. It's getting away from me. It's getting away from me. Okay. Wait, what? Smooth it out. Smooth it out. Okay. You better take over. I'm done ruining the candy cane batch. He's like, let me take care of this.
Of course, I had to learn to put the hooks on the candy canes.
Okay, all right. You want me to try one? I'm rolling. Yeah, better? Not good? Not good. Yeah? Okay. I'm getting better at this. I'm getting better.
Then we met up with the awesome Monica, who had just started to pop some popcorn for caramel corn. Today's flavor, cinnamon toast. One of 6 flavors they make. And then...
Oh my gosh! Woo! Ah, this is my dream come true! Finally! This is Cotton Candy World!
Yes, it is. Here we do our magic. We make classic, which is strawberry, banana, blueberry. We also do Halloween cotton candy. We do all kinds of flavors of cotton candy. It's pretty fun to work back here.
Yeah, this
Yep.
is pretty fun. This
Yep.
is like a dream come true, like cotton candy all day long flying around in the air.
That's what I do all day. I love it.
Thank you, Sharon. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
your time.
Thank you.
I think I'm gonna try to snag some cotton candy. Don't tell anybody. Ah, nothing like cotton candy fishing. Banana, very delicious.
And then, all this and fudge too? Oh yeah. Jane let us in on the story of Hammond's fudge.
Is this made here?
Yes, it is. Yes, and actually it's made here. And we've been very successful in it, and you must come down and try. I think today I probably have like 26 flavors here.
Now you guys also have things that you do here to help celebrate, like festivals coming up that we can come
We
and
do.
enjoy.
We have a Christmas festival the second week of December, and you must come. We do mini tours, and we have bunches and bunches of things out in the parking lot, like hay rides, Santa Claus, face painting, eating, of course.
And candy?
And candies.
I mean, could you make it even more fun? You're already a candy store and factory,
yeah.
and then you put more fun on top of it.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do.
Thanks to Maria and Gustavo and everyone at Hammond's Candies. We really had a great time. Sweet.
Another one of your favorite episodes was our Insider's Guide to Denver International Airport. Another great choice. We devoted that whole episode to the airport, so we'll show you just one of the many highlights of that show. It's time for the Ops team. Here we go. Roger, this is Ops 3 requesting East Side Airfield clearance. Copy that, Roger, over. Copy that. I love that kind of talk. It's so cool. I can't wait.
Rachel, hi, your clearance is here.
Dave, that was fast. That's customer service.
There you go.
All right, are you ready to make this happen?
Ready to go.
Let's go. Well, Dave, thanks for the clearance. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, anytime.
I guess show me around what you'd normally do on a regular day at this time.
All right, very good.
This is a day in the life of Dave.
Denver Ground Ops 3, 6 Echo for the east taxiways. I'll hold short of all runways.
Ops 3 Denver Ground, proceed on the inside taxiways as requested.
So, what do you do here? We were talking about Ops 3 and the operations team. What does that mean?
So airport operations is responsible basically for compliance with all the federal aviation regulations, everything from inspections on the airfield, which include concrete and signage, these markings that you see, as well as snow removal, emergency response, and all of that boils down to our number one goal, and that's providing a safe operating environment for our airline customers.
So, what sort of things are you looking for when you're doing an inspection of a runway area?
So we're looking at things like the concrete, and are there any cracks or holes or what we call spalls in the concrete where it's starting to break up that may potentially begin to affect the directional control of an aircraft.
And it's something as small as that, like a little debris or a rock, could really affect the performance of a plane.
It really could, yeah. The power that the engine is creating creates basically a vacuum or a suction that can pick those things up off of the concrete. We're also looking at the lighting. The lighting that you see on the edges of the taxiway that are on the little posts are blue. That indicates that that's the edge of a taxiway marking. We're looking at all of the vegetation around them to make sure that we get work orders in for things like mowing to make sure that those signs stay visible. And
All part of maintenance, really.
that's correct. And then another checklist item is I talk about mowing, it makes me think about the wildlife hazard management, keeping the grass mowed and doing those things to prevent a habitat really for the animals is part of that wildlife management program.
And you've also got like a big console here in the car. This didn't come with the car, I'm assuming. You put this
Right.
in, right? So what is all of this that you're working with?
So we have two VHF radios, one of which will be monitoring a ground control frequency, one will be monitoring a tower control frequency, and then the two radios down below are on our city radio system, and those radios are used by airport operations, the maintenance groups, the police and fire departments for all of the communications and coordination that have to happen throughout the airport through the day.
So Dave, the fire trucks up here look a little different than a normal fire truck. Is that for a reason?
It is. They need to be able to get off-road, and the amount of chemical and water that they carry on board, should they have to respond to an aircraft crash that is off the paved surface somewhere.
So that's why it almost looks like a tank.
Right.
Yeah, it has a very unique look. Well, I'll know that from now on. You learn something every day with D-Town.
We have 4 fire stations on the airport. For this runway, in test conditions, our equipment has to be able to make it to the midpoint of the runway, which is just right up here, in 3 minutes, and be able to spray water within 3 minutes from the time the alarm goes off to the time they're spraying water. So that means coming out of the firehouse, those guys jumping in the fire truck, getting to the midpoint of the runway and spraying water. Our core function is to provide a safe operating facility for the airline. So really that core function is safety, and to do what we can to provide as many runways as possible for the airlines to operate on. A lot of people think that de-icing is our responsibility and the lines that come with that. Oh, we couldn't get through de-icing at Denver. Well, that's an airline responsibility, the de-icing is. They manage that. We help facilitate that. We provide the facility for it. We provide the de-ice pads. We manage flow into and out of. But the actual de-icing of aircraft is the responsibility of the airlines.
And it really is a process. Everything is working symbiotically, because without one part of the system, the rest of the system doesn't work the same way.
It all has to work together.
Yeah. It's a new view of the airports.
So we're going to drive through our airport fleet maintenance facility, and they take care of everything from the motorcycles that the police officers ride, to this Tahoe, to the fire trucks that you've seen, and this large snow removal equipment. So you'll see that on the front end of it, it has a large plow. In the middle, it has that broom, which allows us to get right down to a paved surface. And then it has a bit of a blower on the back right behind that broom. And then that particular piece of equipment is also set up with a chemical tank as well, so that it can disperse chemical onto the runways.
Looking at it like this, you can get a sense of the enormity of what's needed to take care of a runway area.
Yeah, so we have the 6 runways, 5 of which are 12,000 feet long, and one of them is 16,000 feet long. Even the 16,000 foot runway we clean in about 15 to 17 minutes.
Wow.
Denver Ground Ops 3 is off the east side.
Ops 3, Denver Ground. Thanks. Have a great afternoon.
You too.
And so is this somewhat normal to just kind of be following a plane here? And
It is normal for us, yeah.
it's no biggie. We're just following a plane on the runway, right behind it. Do this every day. I think it's interesting because as just a regular traveler, all you see is the view from the inside of the plane. So you've got your little whole, window that you're looking out of, and to be able to see it expansively like this is pretty incredible. I'm a little awestruck.
It's a city.
Awestruck. So where do the aliens like to hide out here?
We can't tell you about that.
Why?
Well,
They made you take a vow of silence, didn't they?
Top secret. When you get an airport badge here, you have to take the vow of silence.
Well, I'm keeping my eyes out for...
Keep your eyes open, because you never know when you might see one.
Yeah. And if I see one, I'm going to tell you right away. I'm pretty much going to just, scream it from the mountaintop. I may go up to the ramp tower, track down somebody up there and scream it from the tower top.
There you go.
Dave, we pulled over from the tour. What's going on?
Well, if you look right down here, you'll see some debris that has blown around, and something as small and as light as that could get sucked through a jet engine and cause debris or cause damage. So,
Really?
So that's one of the things that we're looking for as we're out here.
So you got to have eagle eyes driving around looking for this stuff.
That's right. You need to be looking all over all the time.
But what could this cause if this gets up into the landing gear or in an engine?
So if that gets sucked through an engine, it could cause damage to the fan blades within the engine.
Wow. Well, Dave, we appreciate what you're doing out here, because I missed it. I'm like, why aren't we pulling over? Thank you, Dave. And what do we call this?
We call this FOD, or foreign object debris or damage. That's what it causes. So.
Ops 3 calling in some FOD. Does that sound official?
Very official.
You got it here. Thanks, Dave. We'll be back with more of your favorites right after the break. We love the variety of places we've been, and so do you apparently. From the high tech of DIA to the much lower tech of 4 Mile Historic Park. It's the oldest house in Denver and full of old-fashioned fun things you can see and do. Here's just a brief sample from that show.
Now we continue our tour of 4 Mile Historic Park.
All right, here I am, all ready in my historically accurate period dress. Let's head over to the summer kitchen. All right, here we are with Jessie and Kat. Ladies, let's make something.
Great.
What are we making?
We are making cornbread. Our recipe today is from the mid-1800s. Our ingredients are really basic: flour, cornmeal, sugar, salts, and baking soda.
All things that they would have used with this recipe back then.
And we'll be cooking on an original wood burning stove.
And it is hot in here.
It is. So we will put the butter on the stove and get that melting.
Okay. Whew. It's already melting. I'm melting.
We're gonna start by mixing our dry ingredients, and then we'll add our wet. Would you like to do the honors?
All right. Mixing dry ingredients. Okay, now what are we doing next?
A cup of milk.
Okay. And this is, would this have been from the farm here?
It would have been. We don't have a cow here now.
All right, 1 cup. I'm pouring the milk in. Just straight in?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm nervous.
Nice. You're doing a great job.
Perfect.
I don't want to mess up the cornbread, or we're not going to eat today.
Jesse's gonna add our butter in just a sec, and it'll be pretty hot.
Okay, I'm getting out of the way.
There we go. That's greased our pan for us.
Yeah, now you don't have to worry about that. It's already pre-greased. Okay, so I'm continuing to mix.
And the last thing we need from you is our egg there. You want to crack that in there?
Ah, it's like I'm an expert. I'm not. All right, how's that look?
That looks great.
We can pour it in our pan here. This pan is very hot.
Okay. Well, you guys just let me run with this. You trusted me more than I trusted myself. So, how long do you think this will take to cook?
About 20 minutes.
Well, in 20 minutes, we got some nice warm cornbread for you.
Then it was on to the blacksmith.
All right, the journey inside 4 Mile Historic Park continues with Steve, the blacksmith. How are you, Steve?
I'm doing well.
It looks like you are. The fires are burning hot in here today.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So explain to me just a little bit about the purpose of blacksmith in the historical time.
Well, the blacksmith was your all-around repair person. If something broke, you didn't have a Walmart right down the street that you could go get.
Oh, dang.
But you'd have to have things fixed. So we did a lot of fixing, and the thing we fixed the most were wagon wheels.
Oh my goodness.
See, the people bought their wagons, bought them back east, where it's pretty humid. And they brought them out here where it's a lot drier. So the wood and the wheels would shrink, and the wheels would get really loose. So you take it to the blacksmith, and there's a formula to figure out how round your wheel is and how much I got to cut out of that tire. So I'd cut it out, I'd re-weld it, I'd put the wheel on a jig, heat that up, not red hot, I don't want to burn the wood, but hot enough to expand, drop it down over the wheel, let it cool, and re-bolt it on, and you've got a solid wheel. So that we do a lot of that. People said, oh, do you make horseshoes? Well, actually not.
Oh, you don't?
No, horseshoes are made in big factories back east and shipped out. But you always see the blacksmith shoeing horses because horses are like us people. Their feet are all different. So you would have to take a shoe that was close to the right size and alter it to fit that horse.
That's right.
And while you're doing it, you might as well trim his hooves, give him an equine pedicure, and then slap on the new shoes, and then he's off he goes.
So you're the all-around repairman. We come to you. You're like the pit stop guy.
That is correct. Yes.
So Steve, what do you say we try to forge something?
Okay.
What have you got that's been burning in the fire?
We have got
Oh my goodness! Look at that.
a nail, and I want to turn that into a coat hook or a cup hook. So you heat it up to red hot. That's about 12 to 1400 degrees. Remember the old expression, you gotta strike while the iron is hot? That's true. And there we got a hook.
Wow. Well, Steve, I feel like I could be a blacksmith now. Thank you for your time.
If you'd like to learn, come out during Free First Friday. There's a lot of lady blacksmiths.
You got it. We'll be here
All right.
with the hot fires burning.
Yeah.
4 Mile Historic Park even has horses. Of course, we couldn't resist.
All right, we continue our journey outside. Bruce, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
All right, so this is a different part of the park.
Right.
Where are we standing right now?
We are standing on a part of the Cherokee Trail, and that was the trail that came from up north down through here and went on down to Bent's Fort. And the stagecoaches would stop here at the 4 Mile House, and people could get on and off. They could, wagon trains would come through here as well, and people would camp around here and that sort of thing. So it was just a place to stop and rest up, and especially if they were going into Denver, it was to get ready to go into Denver.
So, since you're on the trail and people are moving, this is the mode of transportation behind us, right?
This is more of a freight wagon than what people use coming out, you know, the pioneers and that. They came in a smaller wagon.
So what's the difference?
Size.
Of course.
Yeah. This is called a prairie schooner.
And it's capable of hauling all of your essentials.
All the essentials. So merchants would use it, the Army used it for hauling stuff and that sort of thing.
So we've got our beauties back here. Tell me about
Yes.
the two.
Well, the two guys that are doing the pulling on this wagon, this is Barney. He's a Belgian draft horse. And the black one on the other side is named Thomas. Barney's 22 years old. Thomas is 19 years old.
Wow.
And he's a 19-year-old Percheron, which is a French breed of draft horse. And they both weigh about 2,000 pounds each. So there's a lot of horse there.
Wow, that is a lot of horsepower.
Very much so.
As we
Yeah.
would say.
Right.
All right, so we've got Barney and Thomas.
Correct.
Are we ready to get this wagon on the road?
Absolutely.
Let's get started. Oh, Bruce, that was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Hey, Thomas and Barney, good work. All right, my internal timer went off for that cornbread cat. Let's check it out. Did we actually make cornbread? Oh, look at that. Woo! Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. That is some piping hot cornbread from this piping hot oven. So how would we serve this up? What do we do here?
We're just gonna slice it into pieces.
Eating's always been the same.
Yeah.
You just get some and try it out. All right, let's see how we did here. This looks delicious. Okay. Ooh, ha! Here we go. Moment of truth. Mmm. Thank you, Cap. High five. We love our food in D-Town. Another fan favorite was one restaurant with a big heart, Vesta Dipping Grill.
In addition to being a great and unique place to eat, Vesta Dipping Grill has a very big heart. This awesome restaurant, opened in the emerging Lodo district of downtown Denver in 1997, has worked with Urban Peak for over 19 years to help youth overcome adverse situations. Urban Peak is the only nonprofit organization in Denver that provides full services for youth ages 15 to 24 experiencing homelessness or at risk of becoming homeless. Vesta has helped raise over $250,000 for Urban Peak since the organization began. One of the big fundraisers is Plates for the Peak. The event is held right at the Vesta Dipping Grill. It has a fun cocktail party atmosphere while serving 11 rounds of creative dishes from the chefs from Vesta, plus Steuben's and Ace Eat Serve. Hope you're hungry. So you can help support youth by supporting Vesta Dipping Grill. Quite a tasty way to help. So, the name Vesta was derived from the Roman goddess of food, drink, or the hearth. The answer, meant to conjure feelings of warmth and family gatherings, it was derived from the Roman goddess of the hearth.
Dancing is a theme we've returned to a couple of times on D-Town. Before we get back to the favorites, let's take a quick look.
We got to see some adorable young dancers.
I've gotten to dance flamenco.
That's it.
Modern.
Go. Shake, 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 shake.
Say go, Rachel.
Swing.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Step, step,
and
a rock, step, 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 a rock.
We're double
step.
bugging.
Step,
Yep.
step, step.
You should try tuck turning it.
And
Rock, step, step,
Whoa.
step. Tango.
Well, isn't this fun? After today, I will know what the food truck dance means. Everybody do the food truck dance.
Yep, that's it.
I think I started something there. And, well, I don't know what to call this. Maybe we'll just call it the Rachel.
Together, everybody! Oh my gosh!
We'll be back with more of your favorites in part 2 of our special Fan Favorites edition. Until then, what were your top choices of the places we've been? Check out our previous episodes at youtube.com/Denver8TV. Then let us know at facebook.com/ILoveDtown. Happy binge watching!